Welcome to In the Zone. The Washington, D.C. Sports Show is bringing you all the latest in local sports news, broadcasting here from the Crystal City Sports Pub. I'm your host, James Flames, sitting here with the unbiased sports analyst extraordinaire, Jason Herbek.
What's up, people? I think that pretty much says it all.
Good job, Jason. You made it to episode 3 already.
That's right.
Today we're going to be covering the hot NFL topics, all the buzz around the league, talk a little fantasy football. But of course, you know, we have to start out with the hometown team, the Washington Redskins. Jason.
Yes, sir.
The Redskins have an interesting start. What is your take?
I think Denny Green said it best. They are who we thought they were. Everybody except for you who claimed playoffs in the beginning of the season. But
a shot right in the beginning of the show.
That's right.
Right in the beginning of the show. I see how this is going to go.
But look, at this point in the season, that's what I had them at, 1-2. I didn't expect them to lose to the Rams, but I had them at 1-2 through these games.
1-2?
So I don't think it's that much of a surprise.
Well, I have to say that, unfortunately, my Redskins look like they're on an extended preseason. The offense is off. The defense looks terrible. I mean, just terrible. I mean, at times they have one guy at the line of scrimmage. A 3-4, it looks like a 1-5, a 1-6 sometimes. So I don't know what they're playing. However, I'm still optimistic, Jason. I'm still optimistic.
I'm still going with my 7-9 prediction, which it's going to take a lot for them to finish at 7-9 with starting at 1-2. But I think that's what I had them at in the beginning. That's what I'm sticking with. I don't think you can overreact too much to 3 weeks in the NFL season. I agree their defense looks terrible. The corners are extremely overrated. They got the wrong personnel for a 3-4 system, but Shanahan is too stubborn to go back and switch to a 4-3 right now.
Now, okay, you're all gloom and doom right now. So let's talk about something that I think is at least going positive.
Yep.
Donovan Mcnabb. Would you say that, well, do you think the offense is running well with Donovan McNabb?
Much better than with Campbell. I think McNabb's playing really well. He's buying himself a lot of time back there behind a patched-up offensive line. The problem is that their skill position players are old. Except for Santana Moss and Cooley, you got a bunch of old running backs and a bunch of old receivers.
It's like the Matlock reruns, like you said in the last show. They're all
I guess
Matlock
Devin
reruns.
Thomas and Malcolm Kelly aren't old, but they're not contributing either way, so it doesn't matter.
I think Donovan McNabb has a positive effect on this team. You can make the case that the offense, I mean, they have a new coach, they have a new offensive coordinator. They're going to start out a little slow. Offenses traditionally start out slower than the defenses, but McNabb is playing well. I mean, game 2, he threw for the most yards he had in his entire career, 426 yards, okay? And he has receivers that many will say are subpar at best, but Donovan McNabb's always got the most out of his receivers. But let me get another stat in there before people want to condemn about how the offense is going on. McNabb, in week number 2, had a 73% completion percentage, 59% in week 3. That's basically 60%. So that's an average of, it's an average of good, okay? That's what it is. It's an average of good. And that's what you want from the quarterback position. He's doing better than Campbell. I think it's an upgrade.
Oh, it's a definite upgrade.
I mean, it hasn't translated to wins yet, but
the problem is he's one of 11 people on the field at that time, you know? So you upgrade at that position, but the rest of your position, I mean, like I said, you got a solid tight end in Cooley. Santana Moss has proven to be a legit number 1 receiver this year, which I was a little skeptical about, but he's done really well so far. The running backs have been awful. They already cut Larry Johnson and Willie Parker. They didn't even make it to week 3. And, Portis just looks old. His pass blocking is still there, but his running ability is gone. He doesn't have that burst anymore.
Yeah. The offense is a work in progress. Defensively, they're bad. They're very bad. Do you think if Haynesworth plays more, do you think the defense will pick up?
I think he's unmotivated to play well this year. I think the team, and the coaching staff are fed up with him. I feel like they should have just traded him in the beginning, even if they weren't getting comparable value for him. I mean, it's similar to the Vincent Jackson situation in San Diego where he's not doing anything for your team. So why don't you just trade him? Even if you're not getting fair value, just get rid of him. Cut your losses and I just feel like it would improve the overall team morale, you know?
I have to agree with you. They just look old. They look old, bad, 3-4, wrong players, wrong scheme. It just doesn't look like it fits. It just doesn't look like it fits. But that's the coach's job, which leads me to my next point. Mike Shanahan. Do you think he's managing the team well?
I think he's doing all right. The problem, though, is, like I said, with this Hainsworth situation, he allowed his ego to get in the way of making a trade to help out the team, you know? Or just playing Hainsworth and coming to some kind of solution where he was on the field more.
I think at this point, if you ask me the question, is Mike Shanahan managing the Washington Redskins well? I have to say no. I'd have to say no. And it hurts me to say that because he is a new coach. It's a new regime. It takes time. So to be fair to Mike Shanahan and the other coaching staff, they got to know the players. They haven't been in battle with these players yet. But it just pains me to say, he's not managing well. You have the Hainsworth. You have the Portis. Why isn't Devin Thomas playing? You know, what's up with Ryan Terrain coming from the practice squad to now getting more carries than Clinton Portis?
Yeah, well, that's what I think going forward. I think he made a mistake kind of with Larry Johnson, Willie Parker. Neither one of the guys panned out. But Terrain looks like he could really help out this team, especially now. Portis is just not what he used to be. Yeah. He's not going back to Denver like when they were together in Denver. And, you know, I think bringing Terrain in for the St. Louis game really helped him out. Yeah. I think he had like a 6 yards per carry average in that game. Yeah. So going forward, I mean, but then you also need to worry about team chemistry now because Portis is not going to be happy giving up carries to Terrain.
Oh, Jason. It's a bad start. It's bad, but I'm staying optimistic. So,
well, just one positive about Shanahan, he's still the tannest guy in D.C., though.
That's real nice, Jason. That's real nice. Real respectful, real respectful. Last point here before we get out of here. What grade do you give each team here of the Redskins, the offense? What grade would you give the offense?
I'd give an offense a B- because I think McNabb has really helped out the offense, especially the passing game. Running game is like a D, but I think overall they're a B-. They're good enough to get by. Defense, C. Special teams, C. Coaching, C, which is, those are average grades, which I think they're an average team, which is why I thought they'd go 7 and 9 in the beginning. But he does get an A for his tan.
Well, once again, that's really good, Jason. Really quickly, I give the offense a C+. They get good yards, no TDs. The defense, I give them a D, worst in the league. Special teams a B-, at least the kicker's good. Coaching, a C. Still left to see what happens with the coaching. But I'm still sticking with my 9 and 7 guns. I'm still
no chance.
9 and 7. 9 and 7. 9 and 7. Be optimistic. It's the start. It's the start. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, Jason will be giving us his Herbek hierarchy, and we'll see what exactly your list, how it compares to mine. Stay tuned. You're watching In the Zone. We'll see, Jason. We'll see. I still have faith. I have faith in the team.